Marvin. Like from Hitchhiker's Guide?
Yeah, I don't know why we're live right now. So
Oh, it looks like the intro didn't work.
Yeah, it's okay. No intro anyways. Welcome to the Foxxhole tonight. We have a lovely show planned for you guys. We had him on a couple weeks ago, and we have him on again tonight. Derek Stitt from Talking Stitt. How are you doing today, bud?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me. Excuse me. Thanks for having me back, guys.
Oh, great. I do at least one or two per show, so don't worry.
I do them all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And next to me tonight, I have Uncle Mike, who will be monitoring the comments. How you doing, Michael?
Doing just fine, man.
Excellent. And right below him, I have my co-host. Let me move him to the top, so he's on the right side. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, everybody?
What's up, buddy? So tonight we are going to start with Minneapolis. It's starting to look like the Thunderdome in there. So I want to show what everybody's seen already, and I want to get everybody's opinion on this video. So this is going to be the shooting of Mr. Preddy, this guy fucked around and found out.
And we are seeing mounting fallout over the latest deadly shooting by federal agents in Minneapolis. This is video of the incident that appears to contradict government statements. NBC's Alice Barr explains what we know this morning.
This morning, a growing outcry over the shooting death of 37-year-old Alex Preddy by federal law enforcement in Minneapolis, the city's second involving federal law enforcement this month, as protesters react to the multiple videos.
Yeah, CBS or ABC, whatever it was, they edited his picture.
The officers, the Department of Homeland Security posting that Preddy, quote, approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun.
When they tried to get him to disengage, he became aggressive and resisted them.
He wanted to get Christy Nome to come on and debate me.
Officers used their training, followed their protocols, and were in fear of their lives.
The videos, shot from various angles, show federal agents shoving someone before Preddy steps in. Preddy is then pepper sprayed in the face by an officer while holding his phone and is then wrestled to the ground. DHS said he brandished a weapon, but the videos don't appear to show that. This one does show an agent appearing to remove a gun from Preddy's back waistband seconds before the shots are fired. Local officials say Preddy had a permit to carry, and groups like the Gun Owners of America are defending his right to bear arms while protesting as top Trump officials push back.
You cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest that you want. It's that simple.
Preddy was an ICU nurse for a Minneapolis VA hospital. His parents
we just did it last Monday.
So you have two things going on here. You got citizens' right to carry at a protest, which I agree with. You should have the right to carry no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing. But then again, I mean, you don't ask for that kind of shit. And then if I need to show it, there's that video that came out of him kicking out the taillights of a Fed vehicle like a week before this. So he had already pissed them off, you know.
Oh, see, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, there was they said 11 days before he got shot, he was in the same area protesting, and he started kicking and spitting on feds and then kicked out the tail light of a federal vehicle. So, and then he comes back 11 days later and starts shit again.
Well, they hopped out and they broke his fucking ribs too.
Yeah, that's what they said. He had a broken rib after that interaction. But here's another weird thing that I was thinking of the other day, so everybody was talking about right after all the started popping off that they're using this facial recognition, Palantir stuff, blah, blah, blah. And that's how a lot of the false arrests have happened on American citizens, because the facial recognition didn't pick up properly or whatever, a little this, little that. So long story short, it's like, what if the facial recognition worked in this situation where Alex Preddy was recognized again and was retaliated against because of what he did 11 days ago, which long story short doesn't mean what he did before was right. But it means did they recognize him and retaliate on him from a previous instance? I haven't really seen anybody bring that up yet.
I believe so. He was wearing the same outfit.
Yeah, he had the same clothes on too.
The same exact outfit. And I can almost guarantee he probably had his gun on him then too 11 days ago.
But now we can't carry. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we can.
No, we can, but by the narrative.
Right, yeah. Yeah,
So-
and it's super weird too, man. That like the right is being like, you shouldn't do these things. Like
Yeah.
motherfuckers, like you forgot your roots. And look, your opposition's like, we need to get guns. Fuck, man, you're like so late to the game, but welcome aboard.
Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah.
More loot drops for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not shared on the Foxxhole for some reason, so I'm fixing that.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I think seeing the amount of division that this incident has caused on the right wing of things. I mean, I know you guys see it too. It's just astounding to me how many bootlickers we have amongst us.
Yeah.
Ask Tim Pool. He is the boot.
They're over there like,
yeah.
Size 3.
In the child section.
Right.
Oh god damn it.
Oh god.
Where do you think this is all going to head though? I mean, we've got civil unrest. We know that they're being funded. We know they're being organized by somebody that was running in Tim Walz's campaign. What do we think the end game is here? I mean, I personally think that the Insurrection Act is going to be the next thing, because this is going to go on for at least a year.
That's a tool in the bag, yeah.
It also makes you wonder what's real and what's not. You know, I mean, it's like if we're not there to see the opposite side of a camera angle, you know, like how many times have we seen these protests where we see it from the right angle of, you know, like during the No Kings protest, there was less protesters than there were reporters. So they would set up the reporters with these great angles to see a bigger crowd, even though there was nobody behind them. It makes you wonder, like, if, you know, like tree falls in the wood, if, you know, you're not there, do you hear the sound? It's that same kind of deal as like, is a lot of this just manufactured outrage? Because we do have this ICE stuff going on a lot of other places in the country, but it's just a giant distraction from all this Tim Walz bullshit, you know, money laundering and the Somali stuff in a weird way. Like it popped off right after the Nick Shirley thing.
Yeah, that's a bit convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's, I mean, let's go into the full conspiratorial mode of let's think that the government is trying to start the Civil War. This could be the buckshot approach. They put ICE in a bunch of different cities, and the one that pops off is the one that they use. Mm-hmm. So it just could be this situation where, yes, you do have, you know, the billions and billions of fraud. It makes them that much more. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't matter. It makes them. They want to lash out more. They want to protect. Say what?
They've been proven to be violent already. We look at what happened in 2020. This is the same town, not 10 minutes away from where George Floyd was killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something wrong. Oh,
is it?
You people up north.
That chick, that good chick, whatever the fuck the lesbian chick was, she literally got killed like a few blocks away from where he was killed.
Should we check if there's like an Indian burial ground underneath that city or something? Right. I mean, at this point,
well, I think it has the most, the highest concentration of SSRIs.
Probably.
You bring that up a lot, but is there government research to show that SSRIs make you, or like that there's, you know, all these people in that area? That's doctoral information.
Well, I don't know, because they keep not releasing the blood work for any of these shooters, anybody. Yeah. They keep not releasing the tox screen, so we don't really know, but one can pretty much assume.
So there is a study that you can look at, and it's the water quality coming in from municipal water sources. So in higher population areas, you do see more. Fuck, you did that thing. You do see more.
Love you, Mike.
Yeah, I love you too, Pat. This is why we're friends. You do see more like behavioral medicines. More fluoride compounds, like shit like Paxil and all things like that, and in areas that are, you know, densely populated. In the rural areas, you see more of a focus. Well, you used to see more of a focus on like opiates, right? And the reason why is because people out this way break themselves down, you know, wildly before their fucking time, and then they go to the doctor and complain about back pain. Well, everybody in the city's fucking anxious because you're packed into a goddamn filing cabinet.
Yeah,
you know, you can barely fucking breathe and think. So yeah, naturally, you know, in the cities, people are going to be getting prescribed all these mood altering substances, right? And that's the main focus. And the studies are out there. It's water reports. So the first time that I ever saw a link similar to this is when the USGS water data used to put out information on municipal water sources. Since that information came out, I think this was like maybe 2017, 2018, they took that shit off the USGS website, and now they just focus on, normal things like river level.
To get this, steelman your position here, are you saying that the stuff is being put into the water supply, or are you telling me that the water supply is not being sufficiently clean?
It's wastewater.
It's wastewater.
So it's not clean, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you don't absorb 100% of what you take. I mean, whether if it's supplements or medications. So you piss this shit out, right?
Right.
So the water you flush down your fucking toilet, all right, goes through a water plant. It's cleaned. All the bad shit gets pumped into a fucking river, and the clean stuff gets thrown right back into fucking public consumption. Right. The stuff that's seeping through public consumption is the stuff that they're testing, and you're seeing a lot of things like the fluoride compounds in the populated areas. So, I mean, the SSRIs are just like a natural evolution of behavioral medicines, and people in those areas are fucking craving them because of the fucking narrative.
Well, and you make a good point too, because in the poorer areas and things like that, they drink a ton of tap water. Whether it's just out the faucet, whether they mix it with Kool-Aid or an energy drink or something like that. Like I used to have friends growing up, you could see on their front teeth that super white buildup of just drinking a ton of tap water from the fluoride.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So,
it's called dental fluorosis or fluoride pitting. But no, what this signifies is what people are actually sending to the water companies. It's not so much what they're sending back out, but it's something to take note of what they're sending in.
Yeah, from their tap.
Yeah, well, no, from their fucking piss.
From themselves. Yeah, like the Alex Jones frogs, the frogs turning gay thing. That's how they figured it out, was like runoff and things like that. I mean, like in like what you're talking about, Uncle Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they see they test all this water coming in, and one of the weird things that they actually test for is called synthetic organics. Go to any of your water companies and request a printout of their tests, and you'll be real shocked to see all the shit that they do not fucking test for.
As far as you would expect to see in the test results, and just sorry.
Yeah. We used to get papers about every 3 years saying that we didn't test for this, we didn't test for that, we didn't test for this. And you're looking at it and it's like, well, god damn, no wonder everybody has fucking weird cancers. So yeah, it's fuck it.
Well, but if it's not the water, it's the skies, it's our food on our grocery shelves, it's everything, man. It's your vaccines.
When you talk about like Monsanto, when they bought out everything, it's like, okay, now GMOs are just a thing.
Yeah.
Biscuit.
And
the microplastics.
Not to segue into the whole GMO thing, but there's a whole divide with that too, because people are looking at selective breeding and classifying that as the same type of GMO as gene editing in plants. So I mean, it's wildly fucking different than shooting a fucking particle of gold to break a cell wall and editing the fucking growth of a plant versus like, oh well, I'm going to take wild mustard and over years of selective breeding, I'm going to turn it into fucking broccoli.
I like broccoli.
Yeah, I like broccoli too, but it's not a natural plant.
I don't.
I ate broccoli tonight, actually.
I like broccoli.
That's pretty good. Cover it with cheese, make it very unhealthy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just plain by itself. But yeah, put that cheese on there. Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, by itself, dude. You gotta lick it and then roll it and roll it around in a big pile of Lowry's.
It's got to be soft and seasoned. Yeah, if it's
Well, it's like people hate Brussels sprouts, but if you dip them motherfuckers and douse them in butter, they're awesome.
That's the microplastics talking. That's the microplastics talking. Fuck all of that.
RFK has joined the chat. No, I'm kidding. We're bringing back butter.
We're bringing back
beef tallow only.
Make butter great again.
We updated the food pyramid.
Yeah, no, but Brussels sprouts and broccoli come from the same fucking plant. It all stems from wild mustard.
I love mustard. See, we're talking about food now. This is getting very distracting.
Welcome to the Foxxhole, Pat.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the
thank you,
Foxxhole,
Mike,
Pat.
for welcoming to the Foxxhole.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
So, this is what something Derek wanted to talk about. I'll let him introduce the topic he would like to talk about, coming on screen right now. Have the Dems and the Republicans switch stances again?
Dude, it's the sad irony, the little fiddle being played on both sides. Whatever big massive event happens, it's the hypocrisy just comes from everywhere. You know, it's like you can't run from it. So the irony of, okay, so Alex brings a 9mm with 2 magazines. Dude, I carry a 40 semi-automatic with 4 magazines with me in my car every day, and I have my legal right to do that. Okay. Now, I will say that, long story short, on the Alex going to the, I don't think he necessarily provoked, in my opinion, the situation, but he put himself in a situation that can go bad. Let's just put it that way, right?
Yeah.
But the idea that now the right is, you got Kash Patel, head of the FBI, you got Kristi Noem saying he's a fucking terrorist for bringing 2 9mm magazines. He had dozens of rounds. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? You had, like, the irony of like, all of a sudden, our founding fathers are rolling in their fucking graves if they hadn't been for the past 50 years that, oh, wait, we can't have armed protests. I mean, like, you brought it up, Lexington and Concord, shot heard around the world. All these events, like, we had events that popped off before they were even battles. They were armed protests, okay? And we all love, on the right, the founding fathers and whatever. But it's the irony that now the left is sitting there screaming for your Second Amendment rights, even though anytime there's a shooting, they don't want to blame the trans or the gay or the whatever or the whoever, the furry. They want to take your guns. That's the problem. So now it's like, well, what the fuck? But then also the right wing, sorry, I'm ranting, but a couple weeks ago, when the new Black Panthers popped up, well, then the right has a problem with that. You're like, well, only fucking white people can show up to protests with Hawaiian shirts or whatever and fucking tactical gear. I'm not talking shit on Boogaloo. I'm just saying, it's for everybody to arm yourself at a protest. But if you fuck off, and not saying Alex did that, but I'm also saying you're taking a risk having that firearm visible. That's just end of rant. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting yourself in a somebody else might be scared of your situation, but you have a right to still fucking do it.
So here's some interesting parallels. So you got a protest that went off in Virginia. Me and Sly were talking about how many armed people were up in Virginia.
There was easily within Sasquatch, who we just had on the show last week or the week before. He was there, and he got like so many comments on from the post I did from all the pictures from Virginia. But yeah, you had 300-400 people armed to the fucking teeth. You had based George Washington, Chad Washington himself there. They were talking about that when he tried to get into the Capitol with his musket and his sword, and they were like, no musket, no sword.
I think what this comes down to, with what Derek was talking about, I think it comes down to both sides not wanting the other sides to have guns. Like, it seems
they're all idiots.
Yeah, but they it seems like the left just woke up, or parts of the left just woke up in the last couple of years to the idea of government tyranny, and they absolutely don't know what to do about it. They're just crazy going out there and doing all these protests, yelling at people. They're stopping people in the middle of the street now and asking for papers. Like, they don't trust anybody now, which you shouldn't really trust anybody.
The only reason they're able to get away with that and harass the public and ask for papers, and you see all the videos of them harassing, like, just even the guy wearing like an M81 coat, they thought he was ICE and all this shit, is because they live in a community that doesn't have guns. If they lived in a place that was like a right-wing kind of place, they would not be doing that. Somebody would have got shot already. Somebody would have been shot already for assault, especially if they're surrounded by these fucking idiots. And they're banging on your car windows and shit. Like, come on.
There was a quote from the partner of Renee Good after she got shot, like almost immediately. And it was something to the tune of, I thought they were using rubber bullets. Like, these people think it's a game out there. They think they're going to go home every single day. They're just going to go out there and harass people, then go on their Discord and talk about it, then get up and do the same thing every day.
They play too much Call of Duty. Yeah.
We're not hero syndrome. They all think they're the main character of the movie that's playing, and they're not, and they don't realize that. And the ones that do realize that they're not, they see themselves as a martyr. If anything bad happens to me, I'm suicidal anyway. So who fucking cares? Because you got to admit, you have to realize too that this level of mental illness, and if you see a lot of these commie pages, you see a lot of these who is that, the Socialist Rifle Association, and you go through their comment section. And you get these people that like tell on themselves, like, I support the movement, but I can never have a gun because I'm more likely to use it on myself than anybody else. And like,
Did you guys see
wild?
Did you guys see Ted fucking Cruz? Just a tiny caveat, but it carries into this like tiny sidebar, but it carries into this conversation.
What did he say?
Ted Cruz 2 days ago was saying that, well, and this is just days after Alex was gunned down, and all the right wing is saying that, whatever, all the talking points. So then Ted Cruz goes and says, the Iranian protesters, they're being slaughtered in the streets. U.S. should arm the Iranian protesters to fight back. It's like, dude, you can't make this shit up. You just 2 days ago, condemned any person on the opposite side of your aisle from carrying at a protest, and now you're saying let's give Iran fucking guns to shoot at their, it make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it makes sense because Ted Cruz is a puppet. Ted Cruz is owned by AIPAC, owned by Israel. We all saw his interview with Tucker Carlson and how well that went. I mean, come on.
Where in the Bible is it?
Tell me where. Which verse is it?
Yeah. No, that went over like a turd in a punch bowl, dude.
Yeah.
I felt embarrassed for Ted Cruz, but then I came to my senses and I was like, you fucking pud.
Everybody forgets that, it's like Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, like go back to 2015 on the campaign trail. Lying Ted, little Marco, and now they're all sucking his butthole, dude. It's like,
well, it's all power. I'm not trying to say something as obvious as this, but at the same time, everybody, it's a ladder climbing system, and they're just climbing the fucking ladder as they can.
Yeah.
But they don't even need to.
Yeah, but
they don't even need to.
People like Marjorie Taylor Greene switch sides. She doesn't have necessarily a problem with the right. She just knows that the Democrats are open right now, and they don't have a good candidate.
No. I'm going to disagree with that. Marjorie Taylor Greene started disagreeing with Trump and then got shit on by the Republican Party.
Well, that's because of her Jew stuff.
Yeah, because she's right.
Well, that doesn't matter. She knows she's not going to win anything in the right side, because the right used to be about I guess the whole government is always about, protecting the Jews, but we'll save that for another conversation.
Welcome to the Foxxhole.
Don't forget your juice box. Bring your juice box.
But yeah, it just seems to me like as far as the Second Amendment goes, shall not be infringed is a thing, but also don't start shit with people with guns if you're not prepared to die.
Bingo.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But and then I think the thing too that a lot of people get misconstrued, and like we had a bit of a conversation on Let You Know about people that don't think they have the same rights as others, and that shit bothered me that she said that shit, and I'm like, okay, but and I've been kind of mulling over a response to that, and it's like, if you yourself say to yourself that you have less rights than somebody else, then you put yourself in that box. Nobody else put you there but yourself. You are an American fucking citizen who was born here. You have the same rights as I fucking do. And I'm one of the rare people that, like, I want everybody to have fucking guns. Even the people that don't like me, even these white supremacist fuckheads, like, I want everybody to have guns. Equal opportunity ass kicking, equal opportunity fucking shit kicking. You know what I mean? That's the most American way possible.
Well, and to your point too, it seems like a lot of the problems we were talking about in that podcast that didn't quite get through is just from the start. It's how you're raising the children. If you're raising them to feel like an inferior person, they're going to have that mindset going forward, and they're going to have the mindset of, well, shit, if all these white people are holding me back and doing all these things to make sure that I don't get what I'm supposed to get in this life, then why even try? Why not be a shithead? Why not go out there and rob people and shoot people? They don't have any higher aspirations because they're trained from kids to think they can't do it anyways.
And they'll do the most depraved fucking groupthink activities for a fucking attaboy and an approving hair tussle.
Yeah, the clout chasing.
Yeah. They want fellowship. So anybody that it opens them up to manipulation.
Yeah.
Right. So be like,
it's not even just them either, but that's where we end up with these lunatic ass liberals that are out in the streets and out all these protests. They've got nothing better to do. Half of them don't work. Most of them are on some kind of disability, have some kind of mental problem, which gives them the time and opportunity to go out and do things like this.
Molly just said
down to morals too. I can easily be in that conversation. Like, I don't have a job.
Shout out to Molly Q. She's one of our top followers.
Yeah, shout outs to Molly. We love Molly.
Yeah, we love Molly.
But see, I'm here recovering from injury still. I don't have nothing to do. It doesn't occur to me to go out and try to fucking start some shit, with my gun out there and just it seems directionless. Like they don't know what to do. They're mad at life, so they're gonna go out here and be mad at other people. It's just
but it's like like the experience kind of thing. Like if you think about just using goofy euphemisms or whatever, grab the bull by the horns, right? I didn't grow up on a farm, but I grew up hunting. I grew up on four-wheelers and dirt bikes and skateboarding, and like getting hurt, getting injured. You realize you put yourself in a certain situation. Sometimes you might get fucked up, even if you did the right thing, accidents can still happen or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's like a lot of these people, like I was saying earlier, it's like they played fucking Grand Theft Auto too many times, and they just forget that like what's real world and what's reality. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Because they've never had, I thought I broke my foot one time when I was 8 years old because I had a horse step on my fucking foot and wouldn't let off. And it's like, but if you don't know what pain feels like, then you're gonna go out there and go be Mr. Tough Guy in a cop's face or whatever, and then you get pepper sprayed, and there's real life. Now you feel it,
I 100%.
I'll steel man you on that one. So you, in that same aspect, you get these people that don't have these kind of, that kind of problems. They do whatever the fuck they want. On that same aspect, you got these people on the right who have never struggled a day in their life. And you've got the self-made ones that, okay, you're not self-made. Your grandmother died and left you $100,000 or whatever the case may be. You had a helping hand. You're not necessarily self-made, but it's got you on this pedestal, and you're looking down at everybody else who has to work for a fucking living and like work shit jobs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It comes in both ways.
The most about Donald Trump is that he appealed to like the lower class of white people, and they just lapped it up because he just knew what to say, right? He was born with a silver fucking dick in his ass. He's never known a hard day's work in his fucking life. He doesn't give a flying fuck about you and me. He doesn't even know what our struggles are like. But yet somehow he convinced the entire fucking, in my area anyway. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen these, it's really fucking demented, but they took Trump's face, superimposed it over Rambo with that fucking M60.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And the fucking eagle, like, and it's like, no, this dude has a fucking vagina for a neck. He's massively overweight. He just sucks down cheeseburgers and Diet Cokes. There's no possible way he could lift a fucking machine gun, but this is how delusional they are, thinking that, this is our fucking guy, some blue-blooded piece of shit from fucking New York.
Yeah. Well, they got it all handed. Yeah.
Whatever happened to QAnon?
It turned into LGBTQ and on.
Did you know recently, within the last month or so, that the LGB part of LGBTQ has officially separated from the TQ movement? Like they created their own new thing because they were tired of the trans people fucking up their movement.
Well, right here, we're starting the BLT movement. I don't know. You got the Mayo Mob.
I love BLT.
Oh, God damn it. They got two of you in here now? Fuck.
No. Okay.
You don't like bacon sandwiches?
I don't eat bacon, bro.
You don't like You don't like art?
I'll tell you what. I don't eat bacon, but how I make up for that, though, is the bacon I do make is fucking movie quality. My shit is beautiful, all right?
Yeah.
But does it taste any good?
It does, because the old lady, she likes it crispy, and it's hard to cook crispy bacon without burning it. You got to be at that point where it's sitting on the plate still cooking. Like it's a fucking science, man.
Just microwave it. There's a
damn it, Pat.
No, stop right there. Microwave bacon? No.
If you're quick and lazy at work, you just want to make a sandwich where you're just like, fuck it, I'm just making something to fill me up, like working. But at home, I'm like, if I want something with bacon, I'm not throwing microwave bacon in.
No. At work, man. Okay, so today specifically, I rolled up 5 World's Fair corn dogs and gas station paper towels and popped it in the microwave for 3 minutes. 2 of them were still frozen in the center, and I'm over there with my ketchup, like, I hate everything.
Who do you think you are, Ryan Coomer?
Ryan Coomer, yeah.
Who do you think you are, Ryan Coomer?
I mean, taquitos are pretty good.
Oh well, no, it's just saying. But like, as far as like the condiment thing is concerned, man, nobody's brought aioli to the table.
I love aioli.
Yeah,
Aioli's okay.
Yeah. No, it's great.
All right.
It's great.
No, there is Chipotle aioli, but it's
Yeah.
pretty much like mayonnaise and garlic emulsified together, and then you can just add whatever you want. And
don't be using those.
Do you like garlic
here,
slaw?
Mike?
I think I can bring you. I think I can tempt you to the mayonnaise side of things.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
With aioli.
What are you? Slide time out. We have to discuss this real quick. Are you like a hot dog cheeseburger American? Is that you?
Dude, I'm a cheeseburger pizza American, bro.
What kind of American are you?
Yeah, not a good American.
Well, usually my answer to that is taco American. That's the title that's been bestowed upon me.
Yeah, he's
being
Mexican
like
American.
Yeah, but what kind of taco?
Got the Ninos, Nanas.
You gotta do. All right, so here's Sly Fox's taco recipe for anybody who wants to write this shit down. Since apparently this is the cooking segment of the show.
Nice.
I take skirt steak and you need 2 16-ounce bottles of lime for 2 pounds of beef, and you need 1 tall boy of Modelo. So what you do is you salt it, you pepper it a little bit, and each layer you put down into like a big steel bowl. You pour a little bit of the lime, you pour a little bit of the beer, and you salt the next one, and you keep doing that back and forth, back and forth. You let that shit sit overnight in the fridge. And so when you go to throw it on the grill, you just pull it straight out of the lime and beer onto the grill, cook it up really nice, and it is the most tender beef you'll ever eat for tacos, and each bite tastes like fucking lime. You don't even have to put lime juice on the shit.
American tacos are ground beef with a little packet, and you put the little packet in there and you stir it up.
No.
You fresh cut red onion and cilantro. Red onion and cilantro.
Yours is you use Modelo and I use Yingling.
Well, yeah, you're from the South, so that tracks.
Speaking of getting cooked, fucking protesters, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Minnesota. So what I wanted to know too with Minnesota is, are we seeing basic factions starting? The protesters and the ICE, but are we going to start seeing factions starting from the MAGA movement and the far left progressive movement? I mean, do you think the rest of the country is going to stay out of this if the crazies are fighting? Because my idea is put a dome over the whole fucking thing, let it cook for a while, and pull the dome off, see if it's done. If it's not, put the dome back on for a while.
Because you microwave bacon, Pat.
Well, I'm gonna microwave the fucking Minnesotans.
We're gonna microwave the sheep. We're going.
They microwave the Venezuelans. They microwave the Venezuelans, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Themselves.
No.
That's interesting too. Yeah.
As far as the factions popping up, man, yeah. There's definitely going to be this weird. What's the word that I'm fucking looking for, man? The left and the right have become so polarized, and they've completely shattered the Overton's window to the point where everybody is already separating into these little fucking groups. But now we have to put the pieces back together. You know what I'm saying? So with the left now being like, well, maybe we're going to reconsider this whole gun thing. Here we go. The right, the ones that still have their fucking heads on their shoulders, and the centrists are going to be like, you ever held a Draco?
Right. Does it feel to you guys? Go ahead, Mike.
And they're going to shoot it. They're going to pee a little, but they're going to get so fucking excited, and they're going to be like, yeah. But you have to separate the ideology from any kind of a faction in order for the people to win this fucking thing. It's not a left versus right. It's not an us versus them. It's the state versus you. So,
period.
Well, that would be that's the
period.
When this comes together and actual factions start to organize, you're going to see such a fucking strike happen on anybody that steps up and tries to organize as far as leadership's concerned. Because right now, we're just a bunch of greased down pigs with guns, and we have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
Well, right? Dude, on that idea, on conspiracy, like my conspiracy land brain goes into the idea like, all right, we got the left wanting to go in the streets and protest. We got the left standing up for Second Amendment rights all of a sudden now. We actually have the left standing up for First Amendment rights in some ways also, even though the irony of 5.5, 6 years ago, the world was locked down, you said anything wrong, and the left was shutting you up, you were losing your job, you were this, blah, 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 right? So, but we also look at like what I had kind of brought up earlier with this, how the whole Palantir shit and all this being this like weird thing being swept under the rug, that everybody is brought up, or we're caught up on this left-right paradigm. Meanwhile, it doesn't matter who you are, because they are doing facial recognition on everybody at every one of these protests. So there's almost a psyop in here where the immigration thing, Trump is not going to hit, whether you love or hate Trump, he's not going to hit the numbers that is needed to make up for this overreach or whatever you think of ICE. But at the end of the day, you yourself going out there and protesting and all these things, your face is being scanned.
Yep.
You're being recognized now. So it's like there's almost a psyop in there to where like the smoking gun is not the protests or the Minnesotans. It's getting you and putting you in almost a class system at some point or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. You're 100% correct, man.
Yeah, it is the elite versus the poor at the end of the day.
Which is why I like the way things that are going, and I like the way things are going with the left kind of taking up arms here, because the more of us that become anti-government, the sooner we can get it over with. The more of us that become more disenfranchised with the state, the less power the state has over the rest of us. And I think that's where we're heading. That's the logical closure point here. And I think we're about to be in an America that we've never seen before. We've always known who's the next president candidates are going to be. We've been able to have some kind of foresight into the people that are running things. But right now, they spent the last 10, 12 years with Trump. Who do they have now? This is his last term.
Well,
and the powers that be are clamoring because we're about to be into a vacuum here, because we've got nowhere. We've got nothing going ahead of us at this point.
Well, and I wonder too, with the left taking a bunch of the most popular conservative stances with the First and Second Amendment, if it's just not them scrambling to get elected again. Because, I mean, they fucked up so bad with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden for that whole. I mean, it was probably one of the worst 4 years of a president in American history. They know that then when they put Kamala Harris up there, they lost a lot more people because they didn't do a democratic process to get that candidate put forward. So at this point, we know from at least the past 20, 25 years, that the left will lie about anything. That's the difference. That's the big difference.
So will the right, though. The right's been lying about.
They do, but I'm talking about with the left people in the right conservative base. I mean, if you want to talk about the Christian conservative base, that's something we don't like to do, is lie. But it seems like with all this stuff going on right now, it's just the Dems doing what they think is going to get them on the midterms, because that's what they're concerned about right now, is those midterm elections and getting a bunch of shit passed. Because what's to say they're championing all this shit now, but in a year from now, they got laws in the books preventing every state from owning AR-15s or something like that, because they flip so quick.
There's the other irony too, that like if Trump really wanted to be smart, some of these things he would enact as actual like bills and laws versus like executive orders, because now all he's doing is just pissing off a lot of fucking people to where as soon as the Dems come back in power, then day one, they can just kill anything that was an executive order by a So it's like, it's just all manufactured chaos, because I'm with you. You're right. Like the Dems are scrambling because they know that they messed up so much with Biden and Kamala. But they've been kind of messing up for a while, but they've been better at lying to their base than Republicans. Like,
well, there you go.
Republicans for a while were able to kind of sniff out bullshit, and they finally woke up to Bush. You still get a lot of Republicans that will say, "Well, wait, whatever." But I'm just saying, there's certain ones that are like, "Yeah, fuck Cheney, fuck this guy, whatever." Like years later, we can look back and go, not we, but the proverbial we, whatever. I'm just saying, you look back and you go, "Yeah, okay, that guy lied to you, whatever." The Democrats are never going to do that. They're just going to always double down on it. But if it's one of their own that disagrees with them, it's that Rogan thing where he talks about they're like piranhas. Like that one piranha with the flappy wing all of a sudden, or, fin, they will eat that piranha. Like, even though it's one of their own, like, no, that's the weak one. We'll take you out, So I think the Democrats are just scrambling right now.
They are scrambling, and the thing that people should pay attention to is concentrate on your state level government, because if at the state level and the city level, if they're enacting anti-constitutional laws, which they are in all the democratic cities, don't listen to them when they say they're about the First and Second Amendment, but they're enacting laws locally that are against that, those principles.
Yeah, I was just harassing my governor in the comment section. He was talking about the whole gun thing and this, that, and there. And I was like, okay, well then why don't you rescind the Protect Illinois Communities Act? It's unconstitutional. It's just a gun ban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 15 pages that gives a legal definition for the term assault weapon and then proceeds to list all the makes and models that are now banned.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Like, how bad is it now with the ban in Chicago? Like, what are you now limited to? Is it 5-round mags? Is it like?
Well, in Cook County and Chicago city limits, that's different rules. Like they've always had more strict that you can't have more than 10 rounds in your handgun, and most rifles are banned anyway in Cook County. I'm not in Cook County, which is awesome for me. But statewide, yes, it's 15 rounds for pistol mags, 10 for rifles, and everything you had before the ban, you were supposed to register and all this bullshit. And
no grandfathering.
No,
you could be grandfathered, but you got to register. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the first time they catch you is a ticket. The second time is a felony. So I don't know. Most of us, we still sit at less than a 2% compliance rate. So most of us will take the ticket. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. If you want that across the country, go ahead and keep fucking with the Democrats because that's what they do at the local level. So
what's the Virginia thing that? If you guys know more about that than me, like. I've seen like they introduced a bill as these things passed. Like, what's going on in the?
It would have effectively banned ownership within the state lines. Like you wouldn't have not been able to take anything out of your home that you already had. You wouldn't be able to carry anything, and if you did, you got one magazine type shit. But I think they rescinded a lot of that, and now they've came to which I think was the goal anyway was a magazine cap limit. Mm-hmm. But they start off with all the crazy shit and like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just do a magazine limit because that's what they wanted in the first place anyway, obviously.
That's where it starts. Always starts.
So there exactly looks like 7 bills up for the I'm not going to go through them all, but one is banning certain semi-automatic firearms and semi-automatic rifles, limits who can carry firearms of, let's call it gun-free zones, mandatory storage requirements, carrying assault firearms. That's a new term for me.
The assault firearm is a center fire using firearm that shoots more than 1 round per 1 round per trigger pull. Like they did the same thing Illinois did, but Illinois' definition of assault weapon is a lot more thorough.
Well, they had to, I guess, include assault firearms because we have switches on our Glocks now, so that had to come into place. Places further restrictions on the ability for law-abiding individual to keep a firearm in their vehicle for this is not good.
Oh yeah, it's draconian. It's draconian as well.
And these are all bills that are advancing to the Senate currently.
And this is a state where the founding fathers are absolutely turning in their fucking graves.
1,000%. That's my fucking point on the whole thing. You're like, dude, if this was Oregon, I'd be like, of course. But you're like,
but the person that put these bills up isn't even American. Their senator is from fucking Bangladesh.
Yes.
He looks
Go
like
bang a fucking gong somewhere else, man. Get the fuck out of here.
He literally looks like a melted piece of shit. Like that's what he looks like. He looks like a melted piece of shit wearing a suit.
Yeah, when I saw the face of the guy like a couple days after seeing like what you were just laying out, Perp, I was like, this guy? Of course it's this guy.
I thought he kind of looked like Sly Fox, but
a little bit, but I don't look that ugly. Fuck. And if I do, please don't fucking tell me. God.
You definitely look less microwaved, bro.
yeah.
Oh my God.
That guy's got like a Middle Eastern late
Yeah.
80s Hulk Hogan, Middle Eastern, like the cooked hot dog thing. But
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So we got a comment from Big Steve. It's basically the 94 ban. He's right.
Yeah.
It's basically the 94 assault weapons ban.
Big Steve is the guy that brought it to the Boogaloo attention, and he was one of the guys that had people down there and stuff. You know, he was reporting on it. He's been keeping in touch with me through DMs with the revisions of the laws that they're trying to put in place. Yeah, shout out to Steve.
Yeah, he's putting in work, man. Yeah, thank you, Steve.
And I haven't looked this up, but Frederick Linder says that Colorado is trying to get a thing with 9+ weapons as an armory, which means you'd have to have a Class 3 license.
I thought they did away with Class 3s.
No, they did. They got away with needing certain Class 3s for certain things like suppressors and things like. Oh, that you don't even need a Class 3 for that. The Class 3 is basically if you want to own a machine gun that's not grandfathered before the 94 assault ban.
Yeah,
you have to have a Class 3 license.
It's a Class 3 SOT, which means you can make your own shit too.
Yeah,
which is really easy to get actually. If you want to be a federal firearms dealer or a licensed firearms dealer, if you sell more than 2 guns a year, you can get a Class 3 license.
Yeah, but the amount of invasion of your privacy is just astounding when you have to go through that. Because I kind of looked into that a little bit, and I
you
don't
do that
want
under
much
an
paperwork.
LLC.
Yeah, no, I still don't like any of that paperwork. Fuck that. Private gun sales are the way to go.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah. I'm just.
Well, that's the argument. We can own, automatic weapons to some extent with, certain paperworks and tax stamps and this. You're like, but if you go buy the automatic weapon, you go through all the loopholes and you get all your shit, then you're the first fucking guy they come after also.
Yep.
So it's like, is it really worth it? I want to fire an automatic Uzi, but is it really worth it?
I mean, now with the FRT technology, I mean, you can pretty much have a full auto everything. So it doesn't, at this point, it's null and void. Just get FRT and you're fucking good to go.
Yeah, they just made an FRT kit for my Smith & Wesson pistol. They make one for my Ruger carbine. Like, if I really wanted to just send lead down range, I could do it legally,
So I want to touch on something that Sly shared earlier. The whole the challenge of fighting back ATF with a bow. There's something to that, man.
It was an old like a vase drawing of Odysseus using his bow to get the people out of his fucking palace. And my thing was the challenge unlocked was Champion of Ithaca, and it's to yeet the feds out of your house with using nothing but your bow.
There you go.
Absolutely. Okay, so imagine, I'm sure you guys remember during the Hong Kong riots, it got so bad that there were target archers showing up and lobbing fucking arrows from behind the protesters, and the Hong Kong police were getting shot in the chest, shot in the knees. But the most important thing to take away from this is it went through material that a standard handgun round would not go through.
Yeah, Kevlar weave will get cut by a knife. It won't get the blunt force of a handgun round. It'll get stopped. But yeah, you can.
So imagine a mechanical butthead going like, and there's like a 2 1/4 inch fucking cut straight to your chest. Right. Somebody's sitting there with their fucking stupid ass mask on, and you just see them like burp up blood and then drop. And then the sky is blocked out with a bunch of fucking arrows, and you got people
300 style.
We will fight in the shade.
Yeah. We will fight.
We will blot out the sun.
Yes.
Molly says, I have 3 bows and I always carry 1.
This motherfucker EDZ is a bow and arrow. What century is this?
No,
it's the primitive time.
I can walk 10 feet and go get my fucking bow.
Yeah, he lives in Far Cry Primal.
Right there.
Oh my god.
And I got the hat to go with it. Hold on.
God damn it.
All right, y'all ain't ready for this, son. Bam.
Hell yeah.
All right. This right here, like Hank Williams, the third starts fucking playing, this hat comes on, and I swear to fucking God, I'm lighting everything on fire. All right. Yeah.
Or some Charlie Daniels. We'll go with some Charlie Daniels.
Yeah, and you start hearing thap. Yep.
You hear that soft punch? Yeah, that's going through Kevlar, son.
Literally, I'm fucking crying. Oh my god.
So on that note, I would like to bring up our third topic for the evening. This is also something that me and Derek were talking about on a side chat. Can the shadow people turn your car into a missile while you're driving it? And we're talking about the advancement of the OBD system to OBD3, which is Wi-Fi controlling everything in your car. And this is something I was talking about with Mike earlier as well, and Derek, I think. So in cars, just to anybody's watching, if they're not a mechanic, whatever, you have something called an ECM, a BCM, and a TCM. Those are your 3 main modules that control your body, your engine, and your transmission. Okay, great. If they're wireless, you can cut those off. I still have my brakes and I still have my steering. Well, no, you don't, because in the last 10 years, now you have electronically controlled brakes and you have electronically controlled steering. There is no manual linkage to your steering, your brakes, or your throttle anymore. So let's say we have Wi-Fi in our cars controlling those computers now. What kind of interesting things could happen? What kind of devastating things?
Isn't that what happened to Paul Walker?
Isn't that what happened to Keanu Reeves in Speed?
Yeah, right.
What is this? Maximum overdrive?
Yeah.
And that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's the funny thing is like when you think about like, okay, I don't know, 6 months ago, I got a modern vehicle. I hate to admit it, but I got a 2024 Toyota Tundra and got a great deal on it. Needed a bigger vehicle for the family and all this, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. But you know, you have like Bill Maher, which we all hate Bill Maher, but he's a broken clock right twice a day sometimes because he went on a rant a couple months back about like all the sensors and bullshit in cars. He's like smoking his joint going, I don't need you to fucking tell me that there's a car coming when I'm looking out the back window. I don't need you to give me this rear view mirror screen. I don't need all this shit. So like when you go to your point, shutting off your car, if you were to even try to back up and there's a car backing or driving by, it's going to hit an automatic emergency brake on my truck now. And it's like, oh, okay, shit. So maybe that's a sensor. But how long until it's not a sensor and it's a database, an actual person, you know, sitting there pushing the manual button to tell you, nope, your car is not running. And they've already been doing that for a while with certain like shitty car, what do you call it? Like dealerships, like smaller ones and stuff. Yeah. Where if you don't pay your monthly payment and it's a modern car plus or minus X amount of years, they can stop your fucking car in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I've seen that.
To further your point, what if they can find out that like they go into this back to this point, but also the old point of surveillance state? What if they know this guy that owns this car is an agitator that's going to this protest? We'll shut his car off from his access and we'll just hit the throttle and make him drive right into a crowd of 200 protesters.
And then blame him.
That's
yes.
my worry.
Yes.
Yeah. Turning cars into missiles. That's my worries. Cause I don't care. Like, no, I do care. I'm not saying I don't care, but if I'm driving down the road and you kill my engine, okay, I can stop my car, get over the side of the road. Right. Once you take my control of my gas, my steering, and my brakes, that's it. I'm done. I'm just going to sit there and die.
We've all seen the old mafia movies of, oh shit, they cut the brakes and we're going downhill in San Francisco and I can't stop. We're going to crash. Yeah. What if they can manipulate that instead of just cutting the brakes? They can control you like an RC car.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at how many of these people die in weird car accidents.
I'm not going to lie. Like, you know, like
I mean,
GTA, somebody's car, it's like Ready Player One in real life.
Yes.
Well, to Sly's point, you don't need Wi-Fi and wireless shit to make somebody's car fuck up like 5 minutes after they pick it up. There's lots of things you can do to axles and things like that. Or trust me, there's lots of things you can do to make a car fall apart pretty quickly.
Yeah,
well, that wasn't my point. My point was that we look at how many of these high-profile people that are doing various things, Epstein stuff included, end up dying in these weird-ass car accidents.
Well, that was my point. That you can set up a car.
Anne Heche.
And Heche.
Ellen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very good point. It's a very easy way. I mean, Princess Diana, I think, was the biggest public one that we know. She goes into a tunnel and all of a sudden, boom, crash car.
I don't know. I blame the driver on that one. I don't think that one was as much of a conspiracy as a lot of people do.
The royal family hated her.
Well, there's also the conspiracy that she was pregnant by a Middle Eastern guy and this and that. And that's why. Because then it actually adds a little validity because then you see what the Queen was saying with Meghan Markle and shit about having a half-breed child and all this shit. You're like, ooh, that adds a little more context now. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
There was a lot of manufactured shame from the royal family towards Diana. So, but
why don't we get that same level of shame with Trudeau and who's that guy that ran Cuba?
Castro. His daddy? Yeah.
So that's a big thing up there, but we don't get a whole lot of that up there. That's tabloid there, but down here in the States, we're like, nah, whatever.
Yeah.
But it makes a lot of fucking sense when you see the policies that he's trying to fucking roll out are very Castro-esque. And then when you put the two pictures of those two, the same age, side by side, holy fuck, dude. Castro could have spit in a flower pot and watered it for 9 months and plucked that son of a bitch off the vine.
If you guys have never seen the photo, there's photos of Castro standing with Trudeau's mom, and Castro is holding Trudeau in his hands, and you're like,
yeah. So there is this whole royal family, controlling bloodline type shit. And if they don't like you, well, then they'll just princess die your ass.
Dude, it goes into do you guys know Sam Tripoli from Tinfoil Hat podcast?
Yeah.
Media and everything. Yeah. Okay. He brings up a really good point about how a lot of these royals and politicians and shit. And then you see some of the politicians that actually look like the first ladies, George W. Bush's mom is kind of looks like a dude. But anyways, I'm just saying, you see these weird beard marriages and all these things.
Whole lot of that going around.
The point is a lot of these elites, the Trudeau's mom had a gangbang with the damn Rolling Stones. She admits all these crazy shit. So what I'm getting at is you look at these eyes wide shut kind of parties, and that's what Sam Tripoli talks about is everybody's not wearing a condom. Everybody's just doing their thing. And if you get pregnant with anybody's kid, you have to raise the kid. It doesn't matter who you are. So that kid ends up. So what if Trudeau's mom was in some gangbang with freaking Fidel Castro, and then she just gets impregnated by him? Next thing you know, it's well, we can't kill the kid. You gotta raise the kid. And then it's this idea of a lot of these elites, even back to what's her name, Princess Diana. Which one of the kids is it that doesn't even look like her or the rest of the family whatsoever? I don't remember which one, but I'm saying it's what if,
Oh, no.
Oh, no. He's gone.
No, come back. No, that's an epic fucking smile, though, dude. There we go.
I froze up.
No, you froze up with the right face, though. I mean, you were
the redheaded one that doesn't look like the royal family.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The redheaded stepchild. Copy.
You never know, dude. It's well, you're in this position, you got to raise a kid. Deal with it.
Go figure. He's the first one that brings a black person into the royal family.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
defected from the family. Yeah,
it warmed my cockles to see that because I knew the amount of hate that the queen was going to have for that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. If it was up to her, it'd be a Habsburg family.
So Queen's got her own baggage too of kids missing and shit like that from decades ago. And
God.
They're worse than the Clintons.
Yeah,
there's a lot of kids missing with them.
Mm-hmm. But so did you on that note though? Did you guys see all the stuff that the DOJ dropped today?
No,
for the Epstein stuff.
Not much.
So more and more keeps coming out, and they implicate Trump a lot, which is wild. And then there's some emails from Elon Musk talking to Epstein about scheduling a time to come out there. They don't confirm whether or not he went, but he definitely was trying to go.
We were talking about this the other day, and we were talking about how there are a bunch of sealed indictments for most of these people that you don't hear about. It's I'm tired of hearing about Trump. I don't like the fucker either, and I'm sure he was guilty of this shit, but I want to see the rest of the fucking names.
That's why I was when I reposted, I was like, cool, now do everybody else.
Yeah,
Trump's a scapegoat. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's the whipping boy right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
But at the same time, how much of it? I mean, we know it's true. At this point in time, it went from a year ago, Trump saying it's a Democrat hoax. There is no file. You're still talking about Epstein? You're talking about that guy? Come on.
Only losers are talking about this.
You're seriously bringing him up again?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So just so everybody knows, we got.
But with the damn connections of all the Epstein shit with Trump, it's we get tired of hearing all this bullshit. But then you've also got the Democrats that have been hiding it for years, and it's not a defense on the Republicans on this point. It's a everybody has dropped the ball because nobody wanted to drop the names because everybody is implicated. So it's the Spider-Man meme. The moment you point at one guy, everybody's pointing back 10 fingers at you, and it's dude, it's the George Carlin shit. It's a big party, and you ain't in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why, and this is what I said on the Let You Know podcast too, is you would go from having a couple hundred, maybe 60 sealed indictments and secret indictments for every year up until the year after Epstein died. Then you've had several thousand secret federal sealed indictments. Mm-hmm. And I think if I wanted to be, full on, tinfoil hat, you know, I think COVID was a cover up for that, because it would have just to stabilize the government. B, you can't have this many high profile people stuck at home or in jail. And C, you seal these indictments. You say, hey, we know what you fucking did. You need to pay for that. And either they pay a fine, and then you have like a year of like house arrest or whatever. And that was COVID. You know what I mean?
COVID backfired on that because they told everybody to go home and just stay on the internet, and then people started looking into shit. But then it was also like, well, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there in the world now.
Well, that's what they did. They just labeled anybody that was trying to do research for themselves a conspiracy theorist, to, you know, that instant discredibility kind of thing.
Yeah, and that comes from JFK. Anybody that where that comes from is anybody who questioned the official story from JFK was labeled a conspiracy theorist, because they wanted to immediately put down any kind of doubts that what they said in that report is what happened.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I think COVID was very, very convenient for the U.S. because there was a lot of shit kicking off over here. People were asking a lot of uncomfortable questions. At the same time, you had the Hong Kong riots. So China and their upper echelons probably reached out to every fucking world leader, was like, hey, look, we got to get control over this thing. So we're gonna release. They
were wheeling out the guillotine in France and asking for Marcone's head. We had them banging on the gates of Buckingham Palace. It was beautiful.
Like,
we should have went for the Macron's dick. No,
we should have for his nuts.
Grab him by the dick.
Not his, her nuts.
Give him the old dick twist.
No, but I mean, it was just really convenient that, you know, that you had all this fucking, you know, civil unrest across the fucking globe.
Bingo.
And then China's like, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll shut everything down.
We got this shit
going on over here, and they're like, you know what? Okay. And
dude,
so
Uncle
China
Mike,
was like,
on your point, dude, you said all this civil unrest around the world. Think about this. Okay, George Floyd happened in, what was that, June of 2020, right?
Yep.
So it basically the world started really 100% locked down in like March of 2020. But it's ironic that you remember everybody around the world. There was fucking George Floyd protests in France, in Egypt, in this, in that. You're like, we don't even know this guy. Like, why are all these people around the world invested?
Well, those were all. That was back when we had USAID had full funding.
Bingo. Yep.
Yeah.
Money,
so I mean,
going everywhere. Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, they thought that was going to be a good idea, but you know, when it took so many people away from work, right? And it really put into perspective how important it is for people to have a purpose outside of like this business of living. You know, well, I'm no longer a carpenter. I'm no longer a bag boy. Everything's gone to the fucking internet. So what did people do? They caught alcoholism, did a lot of illicit fucking drugs, and started questioning everything.
I can
so everybody on the fucking internet started banding together. And I mean, I really do think that they shot themselves in the foot with this whole COVID thing, and they've been scrambling to fucking make up for it ever since. And that's
but how much of that though? How much of that though? Because during all these people during COVID too got porn addicted. OnlyFans took off. All the ones that got porn addicted, most of them turned trans because the trans thing took off really big after COVID. You know what I mean?
What is your link between porn and trans?
That's very
My
true.
link between porn and trans is these, and I don't know how much time you spent on Twitter, but I was on Twitter for a while doing like what's it called? Like face swaps for people. Like I put them in movies and shit and charge them, you know, whatever the fuck. The degeneracy that is on Twitter alone is just fucking insane. And you've got these people that get so porn addicted that you get into these rabbit holes and they end up, and I know somebody this happened to. They end up in this fucking I can't explain it. They end up like what's the word for it?
Like that episode of South Park when Randy went to California looking for some internet and he got
it was a ghost.
He got in the thing and they were drawing pictures like bestiality porn. They draw a picture. Like you just keep going down this rabbit hole of crazy.
You keep going and then now all you do is come all day and now you dress like a chick because the only way you can get off is from the craziest shit, and now you've been so brain fucked by porn that you're one of these people now, because a lot of that is degeneracy. A lot of that is some of them, sure, maybe, you know, gender dysphoria or whatever the fuck, but like 95% of these motherfuckers are just creepy ass dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like
no. I mean, the summer of 2020, I did a lot of mushrooms and I did a lot of acid.
I worked. I was going to say that.
Yeah, I worked. That was essential.
We had like
I was an essential worker in a machine shop.
Essential,
essential
logistics.
Yeah, exactly.
Liquor store.
Yeah,
we did like $30,000 to $40,000 a day.
To
I bet, dude. I bet.
So, yeah, I chopped a lot of firewood. I ate a lot of mushrooms, and I watched the night sky quite a bit.
We got a comment for you, Sly.
Yo.
Porn is an Israel tactic to destroy Western society.
Thank you. That was my fucking point. Thank you. I was you distracted me with the trans thing, but yes, that's exactly it. Because who runs Pornhub?
Yourself with the trans thing.
Whatever. It's the same fucking thing.
Why don't you go ask Rabbi Shmuley and his daughter about their dildos? You know?
Yes. Thank you.
Like
literally
fucked up.
And why do you get this point to where, like, I don't know, this was a big thing a couple weeks ago, but one of these YouTube child stars or TikTok stars, whatever the fuck,
yes, I know.
Turned to OnlyFans within a day, made like $1 billion fucking
on her 18th birthday or whatever.
On her 18th birthday.
Yeah.
But you get it so OnlyFans is so ingrained in society and in social media that's what they're teaching them now. That's what these teens. If you have daughters, man, you keep your fucking values on them because they're going to get brainwashed if it's too far deep into the game on social media because they go from getting this following and then they think, okay, well, what's next? Well, you do OnlyFans. You don't even have to be naked. You just drop in OnlyFans, and these people who watch you because they watch you, not be naked, and they have that much of an interest, and then now they're dropping, however much money you're charging, and you make $1 million fucking dollars in an hour.
And then it also gives you that idea of like a drug almost. Like even if you're not doing naked OnlyFans, then when your DMs or whatever start coming in, somebody's willing to drop. I'm gonna give you $10,000 to see your tits. I mean,
or just to come out and see them. You know what I mean?
Some college girl will be like, "Oh, I could use $10,000." And it's like, meanwhile, that's one-time payment, and the rest of the internet saw your butthole for the rest of existence, and you made $20 that month or whatever. It's a giant lie. It really is.
No, I would say like the DM back deals is the new age champagne room.
Bingo.
Just like that's why they try to tax them in Florida.
Yeah,
the syntax.
Poop parties.
Yeah, the syntax. That's what that's all about. And then if you remember when they restructured the tax thing and they were hiring 60,000 IRS agents or whatever it was, when they changed it from $6,000 to $600, is because during COVID they realized just how much money these bitches were making.
But
and it was not taxed.
But I mean, we're talking shit on the internet right now, but podcasts and other things too. I mean, like that's why they really cracked down on that, because they locked everybody down with this idea of like, the degeneration or the degenerating bullshit of OnlyFans and things like that. Pornography went through the roof, but there was also people that realized like, you just took me away from my fucking job, and so I can go talk shit on the internet. And people want to listen, and I'm making money off that, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
Well, like I said earlier, like the whole thing was about that. I think that's what the whole thing was about, is disconnecting people so they couldn't talk to each other anymore. They had to watch the TV, whatever the TV said goes, and you don't have anybody else to talk about it, because a lot of the conversations, some of the deep conversations that you have are at work with your work buddies, because you have nothing to do sometimes, and it just goes down the rabbit hole. So the podcast allowed everybody to be like, oh shit, I can call my friends right now and we can have a meeting. We can just talk
radicalize your coworkers.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So on that, I do have a coworker who is ex-law enforcement, and he doesn't have like some astounding career with that, but man, I am trying so hard to get this motherfucker to swing at me at work. I've been calling him Oathbreaker, fucking red coat. I told him the other day that he's so stupid. The only thing he could have been was a fucking cop.
6 months to be a cop, guys.
Visibly fucking red, and I'm like, I love you, little buddy. Come on.
Are you a
You gotta hit him with the sir. Have a nice day. Carry on.
I carry a little flip notebook in my pocket. I was like, I got something for you. I'm gonna give this to you. It's a tiny little flip notebook, so you can write customers tiny little flip tickets for making a mess anytime that they're misbehaving. You feel about that? And I don't know, man. I'm just razzing the fuck out of that guy. but I'm trying like hell, genuinely, to radicalize him, because he always said that his oath was to serve the community and uphold the Constitution. But when I hear him candidly talking, he's, you know, bragging about macing people's fucking dogs and stepping on people's fucking necks. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking redcoat. All right, come on, let's call it what it fucking is.
It's funny when Craig's dad says it on, you know, next Friday or next Friday, whatever. I grab a dog and I choke it, you know.
I would say that this guy would be more excited about fucking like pile driving somebody's cat than actually bringing somebody in for detention. So yeah, I don't know.
Hang on. You said pile driving someone's cat.
You did say that.
Head choking dogs. You are able to be applied for ICE tomorrow.
Like
Christy Nome said so.
Christ. Christy Nome, though, she needs to stop giving people that domestic terrorism fucking title, because we earned that shit. These people did not fucking earn it.
Hey, dude, her dog was.
You're not a terrorist.
No, we're not thought criminals. We're thought terrorists, according to
definitely.
me.
I was talking to Sly always. He's like, oh, I'm an extremist terrorist. You're not an extremist terrorist. You're just a fucking family man with guns, buddy.
We're normal ass people, man. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The extremists are the ones that don't like understand what the hell we're talking about. Like a lot of us probably actually have differing viewpoints on sub little genres of subjects. But the thing is when we have a conversation, we're laughing about dick jokes. We call people gay and retarded. You know, the world is healing in some ways where conversation and nuance. It's like we can sit there and it's like when I play in any band I play in, if it's a cover band or whatever, we always call it the 80-20 rule. Like, hey, make sure they recognize the song 80% of the way and you can do your 20% on top of it. So that's how we really are as conversations. Yeah. Is like we have 80% in common. That little 10 and 20% nuance, we can go into conversation on that, put it aside. But what do we have in common versus what we have in difference, you know?
Yeah, but see, we can get on here and talk without our politics showing through. I mean, obviously, we're all on the conservative right side, but if we weren't, we could still talk to each other as... One second, Mike, I'll get back to you. Libertarian side. You're libertarian.
I'm the libertarian. Yeah.
Mike. Okay,
I'm a closed borders, but give me the fucking guns. Gays can smoke their fucking weed too, and whatever. I don't care. Do your thing. Just stay the fuck away from my thing. You know. Yeah.
This is why I had a conversation the other week with somebody like, yes, I'm a conservative person, like right-wing conservative, but I'm not a Republican. I'm a libertarian, valued person that believes in Christ. So that puts me in the conservative, you know, kind of pool. But that doesn't put me on the right wing. It's a very weird thing nowadays because I used to be a conservative, but they don't represent me at all anymore. Like it doesn't work.
No.
What are you laughing about, sir?
Because I'm just laughing because it's you're more conservative than you think you are. And
I agree.
And I'm laughing because like I really am an extremist. And I'm like kind of getting a little self-reflective here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm anti-government as fuck. All right.
Yes,
so like honestly, that is I would be more than happy. No, but not to my extent. To my extent, I'd be more than happy to see these fuckers swinging from trees. All right, like I don't think you guys. I don't think people get it when I. You know what I mean? Like it is. I'm a tough customer when it comes to that shit because there's nothing they're doing to help
eventually. But what is that line?
That line is after we oust everybody that's been in office for more than 4 fucking years. I mean, we need term limits. We need to get rid of everybody that's fucking in there. We need to hard reset the government. And that's not going to happen.
It's not
going to happen until we have this amount of civil conflict. And I think Minnesota and all these riots that are springing up over the next 3 years, I think we're finally going to get that.
Okay. I mean, that's a kind of a dystopic, hopeful kind of situation, but I agree with you in a sense that it always takes some kind of revolution to change things around. But the problem is who wins that revolution? You go back to the French Revolution, that didn't work too well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but they do that like every 10 years. Don't worry about the French. Don't ever use them as a positive example.
That was
they think snails taste good, man. Come on.
Right, come on.
Cargo,
they eat snails. Let's go.
That's cargo, bro.
We
go over there.
It's escargot somewhere else.
Yeah.
Nice.
The one last shout out. It was Abi Desieri Chef's birthday yesterday.
Oh, beautiful. Happy birthday, Broseph.
That fucking guy.
Far right constitutionalist. Well, that's what Molly says she is. See, I'm a constitutionalist as well, but I'm not. I guess Kurt called me a Christ bro the other day, and I don't like that, but
you are though.
No, I'm not. I'm not a bro. Bro.
I'm not a bro. Well,
okay,
you're not
Christ
a cis.
boy.
Are you a cisgender?
I might be. If you really
have you
must
guys
know,
seen
Derek.
the fucking video of the guy doing the trans native fucking video that he went to an ICE raid? Oh my god! All you got to do is type on Instagram, Facebook, trans indigenous. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh god!
So this guy goes out to an ICE raid. And it's the funniest thing because he's one of those guys where he's trolling like primetime Alex Stein. They go like get in people's faces and like get in, like use their own words against them. So, anyways, he's got these lefty guys that are protesting ICE, and he goes out there. He's a white dude, and he's got a Indian headdress on.
I got the video.
No shirt. Fuck yeah, bring it up because it's so much.
Let's go.
You guys are gonna piss yourselves. This is one of the funniest videos I've seen in my entire life.
I'll get my depends.
Because you take the leftist talking points and throw it in their face, and it's like, what do we do?
Let me make sure I can get it.
Wait, no, that's not it. That's not it. There's a guy. Wait.
What am I looking for? It's on the. I think they're going through it.
Okay, maybe they're going
Sean,
through it.
feel free to use it. And to me, it's the video of the month. Let's take a listen to what it means to actually be trans indigenous.
I'm trans indigenous.
Yep. Trans indigenous.
Are you cis American? I'm trans indigenous for ICE.
We love ICE. We love ICE.
We love ICE. We love ICE. Deport them all. You're all trespassers on our land. We love you, ICE.
What nation are
we
you
love
from?
ICE. The trans nation.
I'm the trans nation.
Trans nation is just as valid as cis nation. You're not trans native phobic, are you?
No, but I'm
okay. I'm
not
just
familiar with Nice meeting you.
Walking Tomahawk and Chad here, out supporting ICE because we love ICE. They need to deport all the cis illegals that came here illegally. We love ICE. You check your privilege. You're talking to a beautiful, trans-pigmented, trans-indigenous man of color.
What do you mean by trans-pigmented?
I was assigned white at birth by my parents' bigoted doctor, but I identify as Native American.
I think it's so
it's fucking gold.
Ridiculous.
That's fucking gold.
It's genius.
We're gonna see him and Chad Washington in the next Call of Duty.
Oh my god, dude! I swear.
The French Indian War with Chad Washington.
Oh, that's
dude,
fucking
that's
great.
Dude, that guy apparently I started following on Instagram. He does all kinds of shit like Planned Parenthoods and stuff like that. So he just goes into like the shit talking idea of like, okay, I'll use your tactics against you. Like the left talking points. I'm gonna lean into him, but I'll lean him into harder than you, and I'll make you look like an idiot. Because the guy that was talking to him, if you watch other videos, he's like, well, I'd really like to know more about. And he's like, well, I'll fill you in. I will educate you like a liberal Karen. And you're like, dude, your own points are being used against you.
So good.
Did everybody enjoy the show tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a fucking pleasure. Always a pleasure to have you guys.
Derek, thank you for coming on tonight. It was beautiful having you on again.
Dude,
Michael,
thank you guys. Again, man.
Thank you for being a good friend, Mike. Doing a good job, Mike. I'm trying to be condescending as possible to you guys.
Well, I mean, I
Sly,
picked up on that, so
you didn't get us hammered tonight. We're happy.
Yeah, I did not.
Myself, I'm an asshole, and I will see you guys later. Tune in next week at the same time, and we will have Live to the Foxxhole. We will get those topics kind of solidified over the week and let you guys know. Thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting. We will see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.